Hey there, guys. How you doing? It's Drew here once again, and today is day number 884 review video here for S Group, and this is actually going to be a two-part video. The first part here, which I'm going to go over, is just for the EN chat group, guys. You'll notice there's no referral link or anything like that. Like, this is not one of my promotional daily review videos. And then the second half of this video, which I'll split, I'll make two videos, will be my daily review video. So if you're in the EN chat group and you actually want to see the daily review video, you can go to the YouTube channel and watch that. But I just don't like to put referral links in the EN chat group there, so I'll make two separate videos for this. So what I'm going to be talking about in this video here, guys, is this, because where'd it go? Because my sponsor just told me that this is going to be implemented into S Group next week. Okay, so over the next week here, it's going to be implemented into S Group there. And I want to talk about this because I don't want you guys to get yourself in a situation where you're like, man, I missed out on some money here from commissions or bonuses because I just didn't understand, kind of thing, right? So I think that it's best that we all understand this. This is only going to apply to 3% of the members, because only 3% of the member base promotes, guys, and that's across the board in any earning opportunity. Believe it or not, only 3% of a member base actually promotes, take it on seriously, and they see that it can change their life and stuff like that, promotion, all that kind of stuff. So pay attention. And then if you don't have your team in the EN chat group, guys, I recommend you put them in the EN chat group, like the active members in our EN chat group there, of course, if you're in my downline there, and let them know this information, because, guys, this can really, really mess someone up if they don't understand this stuff, okay? So, for instance, this is the subscription fee for S Group that they're implementing into the system, okay? I'm going to talk about why they're doing this, why they've made, some of these recent changes, guys. 2023, we've seen two kind of, I don't want to say mega changes, but just changes to make the system stronger, which someone coming along where they don't understand, I don't want to use the word investing with this, because it's not really the investing they wouldn't understand. Stability. I'll say stability and structure of a business, not even an online business, guys, just like any business kind of thing. It has to be stable to make it work, right? Even a brick and mortar business, like a pizza shop, right? If they're giving their pizza away for free, how long do you think they're going to be able to do that, right? Eventually they're going to have to go and buy new pizza boxes. They're not going to have enough money to buy pizza boxes, kind of thing like that. Okay. So I'm not saying S Group put themselves in that situation. I'm just saying they're structuring this, and they've made those new changes to go and prepare for, a bigger, brighter future with S Group here, so that if they do have a problem down the road, like, say, for instance, guys, we have earnings of 6% for 8 months in a row, right? That would impact the system big time, as in the commission structure, the stability of the system, paying its employees, paying the office space, all that kind of stuff that they're doing, right? So if they implement this now, then we need to understand why they're doing it, okay? So we'll talk about that a little bit here, so everyone's on the same page. You don't have questions like, why do I have to pay 5% a year? This is no fair. I can go out there and join some Ponzi scheme and not pay 5% a year on my investment if you can make it past a year in a Ponzi scheme. Or hey, this is not an MLM company where we're actually selling a physical product, or we're selling an e-product or something like that. Why do I have to pay a subscription to sell that product, kind of thing? If you go into MLM company, you have you can tell them what my backgrounds are, right? you have a bronze level, diamond level, a platinum level, and then a premium or whatever kind of thing like that, guys. And then you pay your subscription if you're a part of that level, hey, $10,000 a year if you're at a premium level or something, right? To be in that company, and those people will be making all the big bucks, kind of thing. So what S Group has done, guys, is they've kind of implemented those things into their structure, so that if we do have, say the economy gets worse than it is. I know that's hard to believe, but say the new world currency standard is the Chinese dollar, which is totally possible if you watch the news. Well, not watch the news. If you listen to what the opposite of the news is saying, that's something that is totally possible to happen, guys. What do you think would happen to the world economy that uses the U.S. dollar in trade if now the Chinese dollar is the new? I know it's not called the Chinese dollar, but I'm just saying this so everyone's going to understand, right? It becomes the new world dollar. Like, what do you think is going to happen, right? Probably the whole trade of the U.S. and everything is going to fall apart, okay? So what do you think is going to happen if the U.S. just keeps on printing money, which most likely will happen, right? Put them more into deficit, okay? So, guys, we're sitting kind of in a situation here in the world where I think over the next 3 years or so, we're really going to see a lot of changes around the world and stuff like that. And I believe, this is my opinion on this, is S Group is even taking that into consideration, okay? With, hey, if we have, say, a run here where the economy is just, things are not stable, we don't want to put so much risk into trading and stuff like that, and we might create profits of 0.6% for 8 months straight or something like that. Okay, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying S Group is probably most likely preparing for a situation like that where they're making 0.30 to 0.40 per month, or 0.30 to 0.40 per day on average or something like that, which would result in a 8% month or something, right? So if we had that for month on month on month on month kind of thing, guys, it would be hard. I think this is what I think here. I think it would be hard. And I don't think any other leader is probably going to say this. And this is not company news or anything. This is just kind of what I think, because I understand how S Group works and stuff like that. This is my perspective on it, is that if we go over here to investments, yes, my voice is all messed up because it's 10 a.m. in the morning and I was binge watching the John Wick movies because I'm going to go see the new one in the theater here pretty soon, guys. So I was kind of up late just binge watching John Wick movies. So I've just started the third one here. There, so I started watching that, and anyways, that has nothing to do with this here, so we'll get back into this. Sorry, we're going to investments page. We're going to do a withdrawal of that in the video here as well, this 673. So over here, okay, so I want to just go over this really, really quick here, guys, so that people understand, the ones that don't promote, but they're like, oh, this is interesting stuff, I want to listen to this. If you don't promote, basically this has nothing to do with your, view and stuff like that on S Group, but if you're interested in view of stability of the company and stuff, then I'd listen to this here. So you can see here, guys, if we were to go look at my team, you'll see that the majority of members are here from $100 investment to $1,500 investment. Yes, even after 2.5 to 3 years, this is where the majority of the people are. Okay. There's a small percentage, couple handfuls of people that are from here to here. Okay. And I'll actually go and show you this in my team there really quick, okay? So if we know that the majority of people are here, then we know the company's making shit. My freaking computer froze. Okay, I'm back here, guys. Sorry, my computer froze again. You know what? I actually figured it out. It's my computer. There's something wrong with it. I bought one of the best Mac laptop that you can buy, and it has a hard time running my microphone and my recording software at the same time, which is very strange because it's got the M1 processor or whatever that thing's called in it, which is really strong and good. But we'll finish this off here. Okay, so hopefully it was recording this part as I was talking about, where commissions come from, where the bonuses come from, and all that kind of stuff. But I'll just go over this really, really quick once again here, guys. As I was saying, the majority of people in S Group are at these levels here. At least that's what I see in my team there. And it's, pretty good ratio to understand what's going on because there's 1,400 people there, right? So most of the people are here. Only, a couple handfuls of people are at these levels right here, right? So if we know that the majority of the people in S Group are at these first, 3 to 4 levels here, then the company's making lots of profit off these people. They're not making as much profit off these top people here, right? Like you can see at the $50,000 level there, making 85% of the profit. You're making that, the member, and the company's making 15% of that, okay? But at the $100 investment, you're making 50% and the company's making 50%, okay? So as a company, they would rather have people at this level if the company's thinking about their profits, right? So now that we know that, we understand where the funds come from when you get a commission or you get a bonus, guys. They're coming from the company's profits. They're not coming from the people investing. They're actually coming from the company's profits there. And that's why you get your commissions like normally the next day or, you know, after the members receive their earnings for that day. That's normally when you see all the commissions come in as well, okay? So that explains that, okay? So what we're talking about here, and I'm sorry I've kind of lost my train of thought of all this stuff just because my computer messed up on me, but we're talking about this at the start of the video, guys, that you know, and what I was going into was basically like I want you guys to be safe with this so that everyone's getting their bonuses. We don't have anyone in the chat group being like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, you know, trying to make S group look bad, but you actually just didn't plan things out for your future and your earnings and commissions and stuff like that. You know, I don't want anyone thinking bad about stuff here when, you know, it's totally on you. If you miss out on a bonus or something like that, guys, it's going to be totally on you just because you decide, hey, I don't want to pay that much. I would rather pay less and try and do this here. So I want everyone to understand how this works, okay? So I think really this only applies for people at 13% and above. I'm not saying the structure of the... Oh, did I get rid of that page? No. The structure of this, guys, I really think that, you know, when you're at 13%, like below that, you know, you've got a $2,000 bonus. You've got the $5,000 bonus is the 13%. Anywhere below that, you're probably pretty much covered, right? Like you don't have to pay anything and you can make $300 a month. So if you're just getting started off and you've got your $100 test investment in there, probably for the first week or so, if you know, even if you have a bit of a following, you could probably get away without paying a fee there. But then, you know, if you notice that like, you know, 10, 20 people have joined you, then you might want to get going with something here, right? So for the people that are 13% and above, guys, I would actually recommend you just get this professional membership there, okay? I was at 13%, I think 2 years ago or something, or a year and a half ago or so. And I remember when I was there, I was making about $600 a week in commission. So $600 a week in commission, guys, if you think about it this way, this $2,000 subscription, I'm not saying this to try and sell you this. I'm not making any money by telling you this. I'm trying to tell you this so you're prepared and we don't have anyone in group saying, hey, I didn't get my bonus. What's going on? It just comes down to that you paid $100 subscription, so you didn't get your bonus because you can only make $1,000 a month in commissions and bonuses, right? If you think about it, you know, if you're at 13%, you understand the system is paying you these bonuses, and your next bonus at 14% is $20,000. So this is where this all makes sense here, guys. Is you think about this: you've got your $5,000 bonus, you've done $100,000 in sales. Most likely over those next 12 months, you're probably going to hit $500,000 in sales. It could happen. I think I did it in 6 months or 8 months or something, right? So it could happen within that year that you do $500,000 in sales and you get your $20,000 bonus. So thinking about that, say you're going and you're making $600 a week on average in commission. Okay, so you've got $600, and say you get that bonus the last week of the month or wherever, it doesn't even really matter. That bonus is $20,000. So as soon as you get that bonus, you know, you're probably going to be missing out on some of the bonus or the following commissions and stuff like that. So you got to think about this. Okay. So we'll just give this the worst case scenario of what could happen here, guys, if you don't plan this out. Okay. So you got 600 times 4, just, you know, we're giving this an average. You're at level 13. You're at 13% commission. You're doing like $600 a week in commissions there. You're making like $2,400 right? If you don't make that much or you're making more than that, you know, that's you, right? Okay, I'm just giving you an average scenario here, okay? So $2,400 there, you've got your $2,400. So $2,400, and then boom, that month you get a $20,000 bonus, okay? Oops, sorry guys. Do this, okay? So then you've made $22,400 that month. $22,400, okay? So you're only getting $20,000, right? Because you can only make $20,000 that month because you've gotten this plan here, okay? So this is what I'm saying. You really have to prepare yourself. Like, look at the level that you're on in S Group, and like, for instance, if you paid the $100 membership and you're a level 9 and you're working towards, or sorry, you're at a 9% commission and you're working towards a 10% commission, and you get a $1,000 bonus for that, and you've paid the $100 membership, right? And over that month, say you've made $250 in commission, then you're not going to get the full $1,000 bonus. And that's what you're working towards, okay? So really plan this stuff out, guys. Like, stay kind of 1-2 steps ahead in this structure here. You know, guys, I'm just going to go all in here, and I'm going to get the $3,000 one. Like, I could get that 150. Like, someone could come along here, not tell me they're investing $20,000, and my team turnover could be that all I need to do is $20,000 more. They could put $20,000 in the system, and if I'm sitting on this professional plan here, which is $2,000, because I was just like, it's fine. I'm not making $20,000 a month of commission yet, which I'm not, you know, and I would miss out on my bonus, guys. I wouldn't get my $150,000 bonus. I'd get whatever's up to $20,000, okay? So that's what I would do, guys. And here's the other thing is you could come in, you could pay the $100 here, and then if you realize, I'm getting a lot of people that are joining me, you can go and you can upgrade to this pro membership here, guys, and this $100 would already be paid, so you'd only pay $400 for that. Okay, so you could do that as well. If you're just starting off and you're noticing you're getting a lot of people joining you and you're, you know, picking up speed and stuff like that, you're getting the odd person funding and stuff, then you could, you know, make your way through it kind of thing. But for those people, guys, at the upper level in the system, this is the last time I'm going to say it, really think about what you're doing and plan ahead. Okay, like if you're at 13% commission, then I would probably I'd spend $3,000, guys, and just get in there and just, you know, so you're going to get those bonuses, right? Because that's a $20,000 bonus is your next bonus, okay? 50,000 level and above, guys, of course, you're just going to get this because, you know, your next bonus is 150, so it's just expected for you to get that there, okay? So I wanted to go over that. Okay, so the next thing here I'm going to go over, and then we'll end this video here, guys, is... So, you know, these are the big changes that they've made over 2023 was that subscription fee here. And then the other one is on the investments page. Oh, man, oh no, it logged me out. I think I'm coming down with something again. My son keeps on getting me sick. He goes to school, he gets sick, and then he gets me sick. So... you can hear my voice is all like crackling and stuff, right? So we'll get going here and oops, what did I just do? We'll get back into my account. I talk so much that it logs me out. It's like, shut up, Drew. They understand what you're talking about. Okay. But I'll try and make this to the point because we have been talking about this for a couple months now, guys, inside the EN chat group there. So over to investments. So this here. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about why they implemented this, the maintenance fee, once per year. Okay, I've talked about this in many other videos, my daily review videos, but I want to talk about this here. Okay, so if you go hover over here, it's pretty easy to understand, guys. Okay, you can combine deposits within 30 days. Or sorry, you can combine deposits here 3 times over 90 days. Okay, so you can combine deposits 3 times over 90 days. Combining deposits that are less than 30 days old. So if this here says 31, you can't combine it anymore. Okay, so you have to plan ahead. Okay, it's the same as what we're talking about before, the commissions, and you want to make sure you're getting your bonuses and stuff like that. You got to plan ahead for that. You got to plan ahead for this. So if you're going and you're planning on making another investment, say you have an investment, see this little investment I have here, right? Okay, it's on day number 9 and it's $1,800 basically, right? Okay, I'm going to combine this investment. You see, I've combined it once out of the 3 that I'm allowed to. So I'm going to combine this investment here 2 more times, like the week of when it's going to be day 30 here. Okay, so on like day 23 or day 24 or maybe day 25 or something like that, guys, I'm not going to leave it till like, day 30 or whatever, or even day 29. I'm not going to leave it till then to combine it. I'm going to prepare, and I'm going to, have my next investment here, which then I would go and combine it with that. Okay, so I just want to say that you got to watch this stuff, because I've seen a couple people in chat there say when they gave us the 50 days there, they're doing it like the end of the week or something, and it was like really, really close. I'm like, Jesus, why didn't you just do it at the start of the week? Kind of thing, right? It's kind of like scary kind of thing. Okay, so I just wanted to go over that quick. Okay, so why did they implement this? Is because, and this is not public news that the company has. Oh no, sorry, the company did put out this news here, but I was chatting with my sponsor about this here. I was trying to see if he knew how much the members had scammed out of S Group here, and I want to explain what I'm talking about when I say the word scammed out of S Group. For the people that don't know, maybe you're just watching this video randomly on YouTube and you're not in our EN chat group there because you're not part of our team. What I mean by all this here, okay? So he basically said he doesn't know the exact sum there, but guys, so this is what people were doing, okay? No people in the English community were doing this, but I did have, I had one guy message me, and he was actually doing this, but he wasn't part of he was in India or something like that. He was part of the India team or something. But he was saying like, we can't do this anymore, or this really sucks. And I was like, you're actually scamming the system when you do that. Okay. So this is what they were doing. And there was a ton of people that were doing this, guys, is we used to be able to withdraw our actual investment funds after 12 months for free. Okay. So if you go to your bank and you make a investment portfolio with your bank, you go talk to a financial advisor and you make an investment portfolio. Okay. I know this because I did this before I did S Group, guys. I used to make investment portfolio through my bank. Okay. My cousin did it. He used to work at a bank, and we had an investment portfolio through him. No longer anymore do I have that, just because it doesn't make sense for me, because I have S Group now, which is making me a lot more profit than my investment portfolio was, right? So I had that investment portfolio for like years and years and years, right? Like years. I think I started in like 2014 or something, or 2015. And then I ended that portfolio basically a couple months after I got going with S Group here. I decided I'd rather just put it in S Group, and I put it into S Group there. It was only like $20-something thousand, but in my banking portfolio, but it cost me $7,000 to get that out, which is crazy after like so many years, right? So, guys, when I was first starting with S Group here, the first couple of years or whatever, there was no fee. Like, you could withdraw your funds out of S Group after 12 months for free. So people that thought about this a little bit, they're like, holy shit, we could really screw the comp plan over, and we could actually scam the bonuses out of the system. And that's what people were doing, guys, is they'd go and they'd make a little, like, we'll take this for example, they'd make a little investment like this, most likely smaller than that, like a 1,000 or 500 or even, really small there. And they'd make a small investment, and then in one account, they'd take the referral link. Here, I'll show you this because you can't do this anymore. So I'll just show you exactly how they're doing it. They take their referral link from that account with that little wee investment in there. Okay. they would go and create a second account and they deposit. They'd get like their wife or their cousin or their adult child or something to go and verify, pass the KYC on that second account. You know, my wife has an account. So basically that scenario there where you have an account, you fund a little bit of money into it. You tell your wife, hey, you know, I open an account for you, go pass the KYC. She goes and passes the KYC. And then now you have two accounts. Okay. And then what they do is they go and they put all their money that they're originally going to invest in S Group into that second account. Okay. So you think about this. They have one account with hardly anything in it. They have a second account with their actual investment funds in it. And they would go and get the bonuses. Okay. So they'd put like, you know, we'll give an example of $50,000 because that's the maximum plan in S Group, right? Is to have a $50,000 investment. So they'd put $50K into an account and they would get the commission from it. So we'll say this here, guys. They had a $3,000 investment just for this scenario. They're making 7% commissions. So what is 7% of 50,000? Okay. So if they had $50,000, you know, they put $50,000 into their wife's account, 7% of $50,000 is $3,500. Okay, so then they'd made $3,500 in commission, and they go and they make this bonus here because they put $50,000 in. They make a $1,000 bonus and they make a $2,000 bonus. So $3,500 is what they made in commission, and they made another $1,000 bonus and another $2,000 bonus for doing $50,000 of sales. That's $6,500 USD that now they've scammed out of S Group. So S Group had this problem for years, guys. Years. Like basically ever since they first started, they've had this problem, right? Of people just being able to scam funds out of the system, which really, really sucked. But they didn't really do anything about it for all those years because, like, you know, they had, as I was explaining at the start of the video, like it's all worked into the system so that even if people did scam the system that way, the system could, you know, would have the funds because it's making the funds off the actual investment. So off that $50,000 investment that the member had put into, you know, planning to scam the system, all this money, you know, the company's making profits off that as well because they're making 15% profit off that. Okay. In that example there. Okay. So here's when things, so that first year, guys, when a member would do that, like it's not really that big of a deal, right? Okay, not that really that big a deal because it's covered and stuff like that, and the company's making profits off it and all that kind of stuff. But still, that's a horrible mindset to do something like that, to go and actually be like, I'm going to scam this company that actually works, and that sucks, right? Okay, so here's the thing: is that they could go and actually withdraw that $50,000 after 1 year. So this here, guys, $6,500, that's just the start of the scam, which they were doing to S Group. They would actually make like 50-something thousand dollars as well because they'd make that first year's profits, the profits off $50,000. You're making 85% of the profit off that. And if you were to withdraw that, and this is not, I'm not talking about compounding, or I'm just talking about how they straight up scam the system, right? So they would go, they'd put in that $50,000, they would get $6,500 in commissions and bonuses, and then they would earn profits off $50,000. Guys, if you take out the income calculator, or if you watch my videos here, you can see the profits from $50,000 is about $55,000 to $56,000 in a year. So that $50,000 to $55,000, they'd actually get that as well because they would just withdraw all their profits from the investment. Okay, so then we're looking at this. We'll just say 50,000, just, you know, make it round number here. So we've got that $50,000 of profit in a year, which is still, it's profit from investing. But I just want to show you guys how much money people would scam from S Group here. And this is one scenario, one person. So imagine if there was hundreds or thousands. I'm guessing there's thousands of people that did this, right? Okay, so now we're at this. They've scammed like $56,500 out of S Group. Okay. And then what they do, because remember, S Group's been going for years and years and years and years. 2018 was when they first had their first trading data. And then 2019 is when they had their first active internet member, like you guys are, right? Okay. So years and years and years, people are doing this. They would go and after the 12 months, because we didn't have this fee here, guys, they would go and withdraw 100% of their investment. They'd come down here. See this? They would do this. Here, I'll put this over here so you guys can actually see this. So they'd hit withdrawal and there'd be no fee. It'd say you could just withdraw your investment for free. And I could get that $51,820. Just withdraw it with no consequence, no fee, no nothing. Okay? Not like your bank. Your banking system, guys, I had $21K in my bank. And after, I think it was like 6 to 5 years or something like that, I paid $7,000 in fees to get my $21,000 out of my investment portfolio. Yeah, fucking crazy, right? So S Group was letting people do that for free, okay? For free, taking their funds out and just, see you later kind of thing. But what these people were doing was they just do it all over again. They would do this all over again, guys, the next year and the next year, all over again, okay? So do you think if you owned a company and you had people doing that where they're scam, like that $6,500 of commission and bonuses, that's the real scam. Okay. The profits from what they invested over the year, that's how the system works. So I can't really say they're scamming that, but in reality, they're getting like that much money. Okay. If they're investing $50,000 in the system, right? They're getting like 56,500 or 70,000 or whatever it is kind of thing. Right. Okay. So if you owned a business, would you just let people do that? No. So they had to implement something, okay? I don't want to say, hey, they just got sick of this, but they probably saw like this is a problem. And when we have months that are low, like when we have our 0.30 to 0.40% days that are averages for a month straight, like you can see back here when the economy is just, really, really shitty, things are going on. Guys, this back here was when Twitter, when Uber, when I think Microsoft, all the big Fortune 500 companies were just like cutting their staff, like laying people off, right? That's what was going on back here. And I don't want to say that's like, that's what affect the economy and stuff like that. And that's why we had to go into like safety mode and trading and stuff. But if you watch the news, you can see it in our trading here. Like when the news is bad, they're being safe, right? So yeah, guys, if we had like 8 months of this or 6 months of this, like, I don't know if the company could survive the comp plan. Okay. And that's just me saying that. That's not the company saying that. So don't be like, oh, Drew said this, so it must be true or whatever. That's just how I see things. Like, okay, if the company's comp plan is relying on, of actually completing the comp plan and the bonuses and paying out the commissions, if this is how it's working here, is on every $100 investment, they're making 50%, and that's what's paying out the comp plan and the bonuses, and all the way through. If someone invests $50,000, they're getting 85% of the profit, and the company's getting 15% of the profit, and that 15% goes towards the comp plan and the bonuses and stuff. That's how the money's being made. But if earnings are low, right, then these numbers here, the company's portion, is not as much as if earnings were high, right? And then you get people coming along that are just like effed in the head, that they're trying to mess up something that is great, not mess it up, but they're just trying to take advantage of something that actually works, that could change their life. And guys, it's crazy, right? People think like that. Then what do you think is the company's going to do? They're going to make a change, right? They're going to make a change. And that's what this is here, guys, is if they decided, okay, we can't just let people just go and steal from us, right? We have to do something. So they charged a maintenance fee, okay? I don't think that it's going to deter people from going and making an extra like $50,000 or whatever if they invest $50,000 a year. I don't think it's going to deter them from going and stopping their scam, from trying to scam S Group or whatever. But it will deter the people that are small investors, like someone that comes along and puts in $1,000 and then goes and opens another account, puts in $10,000, whatever the $1,000 bonus is. I think it's 10,000, right, or something. Here, wait, or no, 25,000, right? 25,000 is the 1,000, I think. So long ago, I forgot all this stuff. Yeah, $25,000 here. So say they put in $1,000 in the account. They put in $25,000 on their little dummy account that their wife has put her name on, kind of thing. They get the $1,000 bonus. they get 9% commissions along the way there. So they're making another whatever $1,500 or something like that in commission or something. They've scammed the system $3,500 or whatever, and they just sit on that $25K over a year, and they make $20,000 or $22,000 or whatever it would be there. Guys, like, this is to deter probably most likely those people, and not the people that are coming along and just like totally just like going in there with $100,000 or $200,000 and trying to pull that scam. I think that those people that would try and do something like that, they'd probably see over time, they'd see like, holy shit, S Group is really good and I shouldn't do that. But I think the little guys that just don't really think about things, I think that this would really deter them from stopping doing that, because it's going to cost them. Like if you put $10K in S Group, this fee here, would be like $1,000 or something like that. And them thinking, oh, I got to pay $1,000 at the end of the year, it might deter them from, it might stop them from doing that. Okay. So anyways, I want to go over that in great detail, guys, and why they put the maintenance fee in there, why they're putting the commission structure fee in there. It just makes sense for them to do that. Okay. And I know that I've been talking about this stuff like ever since they started talking about it. But I really wanted you guys, everyone that's promoting this in English and that's in our EN chat group, like I never, ever, guys, it would make me so disappointed if, okay, so that's good. If I come in the group here and I see someone say, oh, I missed my bonus, and then you're upset about it. Guys, I can't imagine the feeling of like you're working towards, say, your $20,000 bonus, and you're on that structure where you can't make $20,000 in a month with your subscription fee and you don't get your bonus. Like that would suck. Okay. So that's why I made this whole video, just so everyone knows what's going on here. And also we went into this here and why they're doing the maintenance fee, and just like, guys, it just makes sense. Okay. Like it makes sense. The bank, you go to your bank and ask them about investing. Okay. They're going to charge you. They have maintenance fees. They're going to tell you they have maintenance fees. Ask them how much it is to withdraw after 1 year, right? I know after like 5 to 6 years in my investment, it cost me $7,000 to withdraw $21,000. So, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be like, oh, it's free kind of thing, right? So, yeah, guys, I would recommend that if you're upset about any of this stuff, like, oh, I don't want to pay a commission to sell S Group or something, go look at an MLM company where you're buying a physical product and they're making you pay $3,000 for a box of Cheerios that you're going to sell because you're paying a subscription to sell the Cheerios, right? Like, guys, like really go out there and look what else there is.